Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead, look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead, look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep. I'm running deep, training till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat. I feel the heat, it's never enough. I was waiting till the sky had fallen. Had my back till I could hear my calling. To the battlefield we hear the drumming. To the flames we're champions to rise. The arena destiny is calling. Like the fire victory is rolling. On the podium when we start humming. Hear the echoes glowing never dies. I've been chasing every dream to the extreme. The essence of trust. I've been reaching for the stars, raising bars in the name of the just. I was waiting till the sky had fallen. Had my back till I could hear my calling. To the battlefield we hear the drumming. To the flames we're champions to rise. The arena destiny is calling. Like the fire victory is rolling.
Well, hello, and welcome to a special episode of the Penguins Collective podcast. Um, preseason. Preseason is upon us. We just witnessed Marc-Andre Fleury finish up his career in great fashion one last time as a Penguin. I didn't know about the shootout thing, so I'm scrambling here trying to get everything situated. I know I hit live with the countdown, but I was not anticipating that shootout. That was a preseason rule that I did not anticipate. So I'll allow some time here for everyone to hop on the stream since everyone was probably just watching that as well. I'm sure the crowd is giving him a absolute resounding standing ovation as he exits the ice for the last time as a Pittsburgh Penguin and as an NHL level goalie. But we're gonna talk about the game. We're gonna talk about the youth revolution with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we're gonna just another episode about Marc-Andre Fleury. We did it last year when he came to Pittsburgh for his farewell, and then we did it again in the offseason. So third time's a charm. We're going to send him off giving the flower his flowers. So with that, I'm going to officially welcome you to the Penguins Collective Podcast.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Kunitz and shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
All right. Well, official Collective Podcast. I am your host tonight, Josh. Us. So if we have some technical difficulties, if some random things pop up on screen, just bear with me. I am flying by the seam of my pants here tonight. So, but let's get into it. What a game. We usually don't cover any type of preseason material here on on TPC, but tonight was a special occasion. Obviously, Marc-Andre Fleury was coming back to officially retire and getting to do so as a Pittsburgh Penguin and getting to do so by playing one more period in the black and gold in front of the Pittsburgh crowd. So fantastic game. Sure, there were some, miscommunications, turnovers, poor penalties, but that's preseason. Let's get it out of the way here. Let's get it done, get it out of our system. So that way, when October 7th comes, against the Rangers, we're ready to go full bore. We're not messing around. We can't take those mental mistakes into the regular season. I get it. It's a younger team than we had last year, still older, but also new head coach. So I'm sure some of this stuff will be ironed out as we get into the regular season. But right now, hopefully it's just preseason, playing with new guys, unfamiliar territory, and let's just move on from there. But in terms of the goals, 4 goals. What more can you ask for, especially in that type of environment? I thought Crosby's goal was apropos that he is going to score on Marc-Andre Fleury's final game. No surprise there. Love the fact that I know Louis would hate this, but I love the fact that Gino was absolutely hogging the puck and doing everything he can to get down the ice and try to score on Fleury's last game. So it was great to see the core try to do everything they can to contribute to Marc-Andre Fleury's finale. But Raquel had 2 goals. He had a power play goal that ended the second period, and then he essentially buried the game with the empty netter with a little over 2 minutes to go in the game. And then the fourth goal was from Veli Koivunen. Weird play by Elvis Masterkins to take it out from behind the net, and Koivunen kind of just put his body in front of it when it came down. Excuse me, sorry. See, technical difficulties. Just bear with me. But when it bounced off his body, it kind of landed right in front of him with an empty net, and he just buried it. I guess first official, unofficial NHL goal. So like he got called up last year, but he never got a goal when he got called up. So preseason, if we're counting this, it's technically his first NHL goal, but it's not official yet because it's not the regular season. So interesting how that's going to work out. I'm sure they'll give him a puck, but I think the puck will obviously be going to Marc-Andre Fleury once they get into the locker room. So the only other thing that actually stood out in today's game was that that's probably the best defensive pairings that we have. The only outlier will probably be Caleb Jones. I thought Witherspoon played very well. I liked his game. I didn't know much about him coming in. This was really like my first time watching him. I'm impressed, first of all. So I like the way that he played. And then, I don't know who that sixth will be. I mean, obviously it'll probably be Ryan Graves with that contract. If you can't get off of him, you got to play him. So the defense going into the season kind of looks like it's Letang, Carlson. We'll go with Witherspoon, Graves, and Brunick and Pickering, to be completely honest. And, because of that, I think we are going to see the youth revolution that Kyle Dubas has been conjuring up and dreaming about for the last few years here. Because from what I'm seeing in the training camp and these 3-4 preseason games so far, these young guys can play. There is no messing around with them. Okay, for number one, Harrison Brunick. Not going to lie to everyone, I thought last training camp was a fluke because he didn't even really make the AHL roster. Now I get it, he wasn't old enough. There's technically the collective bargaining agreement. You have to be 19, but now they're thinking about changing. Well, they're thinking about changing it, just waiting it to be passed for now to drop the age to 18, which that is Harrison Brunick's age. So I get it. He wasn't old enough to technically play in the AHL last year. However, he can supersede that by playing in the NHL. But they didn't keep him up. They sent him back. So I think this year he makes the NHL roster, and he's the real deal. He's the real deal. I think it was Dan Kingerski who put it out there on Twitter. Or no, I apologize. It was Josh Yohe, who actually said that he believes Harrison Brunick is the best defender on the roster. And that's putting him technically above Letang and Carlson. That is some high praise coming from someone who covers the team way more detail than we do for Harrison Brunick. So that's great to see from Harrison Brunick and Owen Pickering. I think they're both going to crack the roster, especially after tonight's game being paired together. They look great. The rest of the youth, first round pick, 11th overall, Ben Kindle. If you watched our draft special live stream, we were confused. We did not really know Ben Kindle. Now, to be fair, we had extremely high expectations for the draft with Kyle Dubas. We thought for sure with all the draft capital and, not expiring contracts, but contracts that he wants to unload, we thought where he was going to make a move to go up. So we didn't look into a ton of prospects. That's on us. We'll do better next year. However, we knew nothing about Ben Kindle. This guy impressed the socks off of me. Training camp and these last few games that he's played. I think he's only played in two preseason games, but he is knocking the socks off of me. Super impressed. Keep an eye out on him to make the NHL roster because he just is so good. But in a second, I'll get to why I actually don't think he will. Tristan Brose looking very good. Avery Hayes looking very good. Koivunen scored tonight, but looking very good. And then you got Rucker McGroarty, who's out right now, but obviously he's going to make the NHL roster. So there's all these youth guys that feel like they should make the roster. However, we are log jammed essentially at the forward position, and either Dubas is going to have to sell off some of these guys, or they're just going to be riding the bench, and that'll be very interesting when it comes down to cut down time, when they have to start making the roster shorter before the regular season, and who's going to be going to the AHL, who's going to be going back to OHL, essentially who's going to be dropped, traded, who's just going to end up retiring. We got older players who, if they're not going to make it with us, they may just say, you know what, I'm just going to hang it up. So look at that transition, guys. Speaking of hang it up, Marc-Andre Fleury, final game tonight. Ethan's in the chat. He was at the game. He was in our Discord dropping some pictures. Appreciate that, Ethan. I hope you had a great game, great experience at the game. Unbelievable. I had goosebumps the entire opening scene leading up to the national anthem, and then the start of the third. We talked about the game, so I'm not even going to bring up the first two periods, but Marc-Andre Fleury, I mean, for someone who they were talking about it, really didn't have any type of practice, any type of training. He just kind of showed up to the training camp 3 days ago and was like, yeah, I'm going to practice for a couple days and going to just show up on Saturday and just ball out. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, he looked like Marc-Andre Fleury of old. Now, obviously, we're looking through this with, rose-colored glasses. Obviously, we have fond memories of Marc-Andre Fleury and everything that he's done for the Pittsburgh organization and the city of Pittsburgh. But he looked good. I mean, I know there were chants of one more year coming through the broadcast. I will join that sentiment. Why not? Why not? I'm sure he's not mentally there or physically, if we're just going to be honest. If he had no training coming in and was just kind of just plopped into it. But I mean, I don't hate the idea. I love it as a fan. Realistically though, it's not going to happen, but love it as a fan. Getting to see him with, the guys, Letang, Crosby, Malkin, prior to puck drop, they get that picture. I saw someone tweet out they shared the picture and was like, every Penguins fan needs to print this picture out and frame it. If honestly, don't be surprised if you start seeing it in our backdrops, because that is just a beautiful photo. It's the last photo that we're going to have of all four of them. So it's awesome. It's also very depressing because, at my age, I'm old enough now to have seen all four of them essentially from the start. I was young when Fleury got drafted, but Louis can attest to this. We watched him when he was in Wilkes-Barre. We had season tickets. We were there. The guy was Andy Chiodo. Okay. So for all of you who are questioning who Andy Chiodo is and just think that he's our goaltender coach, he was the guy in Wilkes-Barre. He carried that team when they were kind of at their peak. Andy Chiodo was the Chiodo Dragon, was the nickname for him. And kind of how the Pittsburgh fans appreciate Marc-Andre Fleury, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton fans appreciate Andy Chiodo that way. He had that kind of impact on the team. he carried that team for quite some time. Because when you think about it, our greats, the Latangs, Malkins, Crosbys, Stahl, early on, they didn't play in Wilkes-Barre. They didn't see time down there. So we didn't have any type of offensive juggernaut in Wilkes-Barre, not until Gensel got there, but that was much later. So when Fleury was down in Wilkes-Barre and literally just ripped that position from Andy Chiodo's grips, it was confusing and mind-boggling because we knew he was the first overall pick. Literally, I think it was the year before, and we're like, okay, we get it. He's the young guy, let him get the reps so that he can go join Pittsburgh. But man, those bright yellow pads coming on in Wilkes-Barre, we're like, who is this guy? And flashy, a little unorthodox in how far he's coming out of the crease, challenging players, poke checking them, just different, very different. But he dominated Wilkes-Barre, and much like anyone who's in the AHL for a short time, you dominate and you go up to the NHL where you belong. And he never looked back. And what a career Marc-Andre Fleury had. He all-time Penguins career wins as a goaltender, second all-time in the NHL. I mean, the man is going to be a Hall of Fame. And the one thing that I learned from tonight in terms of who Marc-Andre Fleury is not only is he a Hall of Fame player, not only will he be in the NHL, not only will he be in the Pittsburgh Penguins Hall of Fame, but I mean, it just sounds like he's a Hall of Fame dude. One of those guys that just everyone adores and every teammate loves. He's only been there 3 days, and Dan Potash interviews Avery Hayes, and Avery Hayes is talking about Marc-Andre Fleury as if they've been teammates for the last 2 years. It's just, that's cool. That's cool. And then, obviously you hear stories about it, but, you're not in the locker room, so you don't actually know what it's like. You see the pranks, you hear the stories about the camaraderie that they build as teammates and friends, but I feel like it was just more revealing these last few days. Everyone kind of opened up more about their experiences with Fleury. And that's cool. Obviously, he's retiring. He's not going to be around here every day. So to get to hear those stories more and more, it was great. It was refreshing. So, honestly, tonight was one of those games that I'll remember, to be honest. Most recently, the last one that I remember was the Jaromir Jagr jersey retirement night. And that was the same type of thing. Game starting, I'm showing my sons who Jaromir Jagr is and the impact that he had on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And tonight, I got to do the same thing with Fleury. The only difference, though, is that going back to Jagr, my dad did that to me. Told me about Jagr and the impact that he had on Pittsburgh. And now it's, trickled down, but I'm doing that for Fleury. Fleury was someone I watched. So Fleury was someone that I grew up with. And now I get to show that experience with my sons, albeit just one game. But, during the first intermission, I was showing them highlights of Fleury when earlier in his career when he was with the Penguins, because they were confused why everyone was so excited and why it was such a big deal that this player is retiring and only playing for one period. My oldest was like, well, why isn't he just playing the whole game? And then I had to explain the whole preseason process and why no one really plays the whole game, but whatever. But it's cool. As sports fans, this is what you want. My wife asked, not asked, but made the observation, hockey is so different than the other sports. Think about it. Players, not only on Pittsburgh, but players in hockey, they are embedded into the team, the fabric of the team, the fabric of the city. They stay there decade, if not longer, if they're lucky enough to be there longer. There's not as much turnover as you see in the NBA and the NFL and Major League Baseball. It's very different. It's more of a, as soon as you're drafted with that team, it's like, no, I don't want to leave. I want to be here forever. And the Penguins have, something that I have taken for granted for so long. We had Fleury for way longer than anyone should have. And then we're still blessed with Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. Let alone Rust has been here for almost a decade, if not a decade now. It's like these guys, it's something that we get to, enjoy and pass on to the next set of fans. Like my dad, obviously, when I was growing up, was showing me and Louis Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and Fleury in 06, 07, 08, leading up to that Stanley Cup run back-to-back in 08, 09. But now I get to do that with my sons, the same players. That's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Gives me goosebumps literally just talking about it right now. And that's what it means to be a fan. And that's what it is to get to do this. We took that month off during the off season, and Louis was stressing we're gonna lose fans, we're gonna lose listeners, we're gonna drop off. And I told him I don't care, because at the end of the day, this isn't our job. We get to do this because we love the Penguins. We get to do this because we love watching hockey. We get to do this because we love each other. And it's just our overflow of love of the Penguins, putting it out there. I never thought I'd do this, but who cares? This is what we're doing now, and I'm enjoying it. Is it exhausting? Absolutely. I needed that month. Okay? I needed that. Sorry if we did lose some people. It sucks, but I hope you come back. And those of you who are listening who are new, I hope you stay. Stick around. We're going to have fun. We're going to try and pump out as much content as we can. But it's exhausting, being honest with you. But with that, this is a little taste of what you'll get all year. Starting October 7th, Game 1 of the regular season. Game 1 of 82. We'll be going live after every game. So, join us. If you're new, please stick around. Hit subscribe. Hit like. Hit follow. Wherever you're listening to us. Make sure you stay tuned. Louis runs our socials, and he tries to be on there as much as possible. He is so good at it. I am socially lacking, if you will. But I'm looking forward to this season. This is in our Discord. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. See? One of our mods. Join our Discord. There's the link in the chat. Okay? It is in the chat if you're there. But I'm looking forward to this season. This team's going to be dog water. But at the end of the day, this is our team. This is going to be, some of these guys are probably going to be the guys that we're talking about in 10, 12 years. Maybe Rucker McGroarty. Maybe Ben Kindle. Maybe Harrison Brunick. Maybe Sergei Murashov is the next Marc-Andre Fleury. These are the things we get to look forward to. These are the things we get to predict as fans. If you think about it, going on a tangent here, and then I'll end it. Sorry. If you think about it, Murashov could be our Fleury. Rucker could be our Crosby. And I'm not saying same skill levels, but I'm just saying in terms of longevity. Kindle could be Malkin, and Harrison Brunick could be Letang. How great would that be if those four that we have drafted, and or traded for, we've obtained at a very young age, and they become our new core. Who knows? If we get one Stanley Cup out of those guys, that would be amazing. Because that's the thing. We were so blessed with this core that we got 3 Stanley Cups. 3 Stanley Cups. Some cores don't even get 1. We got 3. So I'm gonna try and show a little more gratitude, a little more grace, a little more patience with this team this season. I'm gonna try and have fun. It's not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna try. Like I said, this team's gonna be difficult to watch, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing it with Louie. I'm looking forward to doing it with you guys. So make sure that you guys, like I said, follow, subscribe, like, join, whatever the platform you're watching us on, whatever the option is, please join us. We're going to be going live, like I said, after every game starting October 7th. This is the last preseason. This is the only preseason game that we're doing. So essentially, this will be it until you see us October 7th. But we will still be putting out episodes throughout the week. So if you listen, join us on Spotify. If you like to watch, join us on YouTube. And that's where you'll find us there until October 7th. So with that, we bid a farewell to Marc-Andre Fleury. Best wishes in retirement. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your wife and kids. Enjoy whatever this next life has in front of you. Hopefully we'll see you in Pittsburgh again soon. But with that, I will say, as always, let's go Pens.
I'm in my zone. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watching me doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watching me doing